All right, everybody, welcome to Northwest Park. Hello, everybody. Another broadcast from the Tampa Bay USA Sports Network of the tournament going on this weekend here. Holiday Home Run 2 is our Tampa USA tournament. This is Doc from the Tampa Bay USA Sports Network, bringing you live action play-by-play coverage of the Tampa Wave and the St. Pete Wahoos 10U teams. Pool play in the Home Run 2 tournament. We're at Northwest Park off of 22nd Street in St. Pete, Florida. This broadcast is brought to you by VisitStPeteClearwater.com, Tampa Bay USA, and of course the Tampa Bay USA Sports Network. It's my pleasure to bring this game to you today, and we're just waiting on the umpires. We should be getting underway here very shortly. Let me give you the rundown of the lineups for both teams. Right now, don't know who is going to be visitor or home because they do the coin toss at the plate. But leading off for the Tampa Wave is Jackson. He'll be followed by Reese, Braden, Evan, Tyler, Jake, Henry, Carter, Wilney, John, and Cooper. I don't know yet who's pitching or catching for the Wave. We'll know that shortly. When I got the lineups, the coach wasn't sure, so we'll know when they take the field. As for the St. Pete Wahoos, it's Logan, followed by Colton, Smalls, Eli, Mikey, Evan, Walter, Jagger, Mason, Tristan, and Jonah. Catching for the Wahoos is Evan, and pitching is Smalls. All right. So while we're waiting, looks like the umpires are arriving as we speak. And we will get things underway here in this titanic struggle between these two 10U Titans. As we do this game today, you'll be able to follow along with the score as you see it on the screen. Innings and all that, you'll get to play-by-play, ball strikes, what's going on in the field, and all that good stuff I will be able to cover for you. All right. So let's see here. The coin toss is about to happen right in front of us here, which is great. And we will just, here goes the coin toss right now. There's the flip. And the Tampa Wave is going to be the home team. All right, so the Wahoos will be a bat. They'll be leading off by Logan, followed by Colton, and then Smalls. And we'll get the pitcher-catcher numbers and who they are for the Wave momentarily. And they're going to do their team chants before they come out on the field. All right. So the Wave have finished their chant. They're taking the field. It looks like, I'll get his number in just a second. Looks like number 18, which is going to be Carter, is the pitcher for the Wave. Catcher's coming out now, and we'll get his number in just a moment. It's number 1, and that is going to be Wilney. All right, so warm-ups have begun, and this game will get underway here very shortly. Again, thanks for joining us here in the Northwest Park for the battle between the Wave and the Wahoos. Here is part of the Holiday Home Run 2 tournament put on by Tampa Bay USSSA, St. Pete, visit stpeteclearwater.com, and Tampa Bay USSSA broadcast, Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. There we go. All right. Looks like we're going down on 2, and Jackson will be stepping in the batter's box momentarily. All right, so a couple tweaks there, adjustments, and we're good to go. We'll keep an eye on it for you just to make sure the picture stays as clear as possible as we go through today's game. Following this game will be a 12U matchup. And here is the first pitch from Carter. Called a ball outside. So 1 ball, no strikes to Logan to lead things off here. In the top of the first inning, just got started, no score. Nobody on, nobody out. And the pitch. Ball 2. So 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Foul ball. And it is a 2-1 count now. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Logan. Again, we just got underway here, top of the first inning. No score, nobody out, nobody on. Game between the Tampa Wave and the St. Pete Wahoos. And here is the 2-1 pitch, ball 3. So it's a 3-1 count now to Logan. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. It's a ground ball to shortstop. Fields it, across the diamond, and that is off the mark, but I believe he would have been safe anyway. So we're going to award an infield single to Logan. So Logan's on, Colton steps in, Smalls is on deck. Smalls is the pitcher for the Wahoos. So Logan gets his lead down at first. Pitcher checks him back. He's there. Ball goes back to the pitcher, and he heads to the mound. And here's the first pitch. There goes the runner. Foul ball. And Logan will go back to first base. So Logan's on first. There's no 1 count to Colton. Logan reached on an infield single. And here's the 0-1 delivery. There goes the runner again. There's a ground ball to short. Fields it across the diamond. And that is... Well, they're calling him safe at first. And Logan immediately moves to third base. So another infield single. The first baseman pulled his foot. All right, so runners on first and third. Nobody out. Steals home. And Colton goes to second base. So on the steal, and that was a called strike, on the steal, they threw to shortstop, and that sent Logan to the plate. And an errant throw did officially allow him to score. So here's the pitch. Foul ball. I think it's a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. I believe it's what the umpire just said. So I missed. That was a ball in the first pitch. And nope. Pitcher checks the runner. He's back. Just nearly threw it into center field. Nice snag by the second baseman, number 22. Which is Jake. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was an 0-2 count. So, all right. So swing and miss. Strike 3. 1 down. 1 runner in so far. So that brings Eli to the plate with Colton down at second. There's a pop foul right behind us here, behind the booth. And it is an 0-1 count to Eli. So no balls, 1 strike. 1 out, 1 on, and 1 in here in the top of the first inning. There's a foul ball. That's out of play. Behind us here again. And that makes it a 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ball outside. And it's going to make it 1-2 with Colton staying at second base. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Eli. Colton's at second. Logan scored on the steal to home. And the pitch. It's a fly ball in the left field. That's going to be caught by the left fielder. Colton goes to third. Throw goes past home. And Colton stays at third. So nice catch out there by the right fielder. Or, sorry, left fielder. Left fielder. It's 2 outs. Colton's at third. That brings in Mikey, and Evan is on deck. All right, so here we go. They were checking to make sure that Colton had tagged second base, or tagged up, meaning he waited till the ball was caught before he left. So it's a ball high to Mikey, so 1-0 count. 1 run in. Colton's at third base. And the pitch. Ball high, and it's a 2-0 count. So Carter's behind 2-0 in the count. There is 2 outs. We're in the top of the first, and the Wahoos lead at 1-0. And the pitch. Called strike, and now it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Runner on third. And here is the pitch. Ball, and that's going to make it 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. here comes the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. And that's going to put runners on first and third with 2 outs. All right, so here we go. And the pitch. Ball. And it is a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes to Evan. Walter's on deck. Two outs, 2 on. Top of the first. Wahoos lead at 1-0. And the pitch. There goes the runner. Called strike. Throw to third. That goes into left field. That's going to allow Colton to score. And that's going to move and he does make it safely. That moves Mikey over to third base. So we'll charge an error to the catcher on that one. And Mikey stands at third. 2 runs across. 2-0 count to Evan. Swing and a miss. I believe it's 2-1. There's a ball in the dirt, and here comes Mikey with a pass ball. And that makes it 3-0, and it's a 3-1 count. So 3 runs put up this inning, top of the first inning here by the Wahoos. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So it's a 2-2 count. And here's the 2-2. Ball 3, and that does make it 4. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, base is clear, and here's the payoff. Ball 4, and Evan is on. Walter is stepping up, and Jagger will be on deck. So coach calling time to go out and talk to his pitcher. So we'll be moving over to field 3 after this game to broadcast the 12U AAA, and then finishing on field 2 later this evening at 6:30 to the 11U AA game. All right. So the coaches are done talking with their pitcher to settle him down. You got Evan at first, and Walter stepping into the batter's box. Checks the runner, he's back. And here's the pitch. There goes the runner. And he's going to be safe. I'm not sure what that pitch was. I think it was a ball. We'll go with a ball for now. Evans at second. Evan is the catcher. And here's the 1-0 to Walter. Foul ball. And I believe it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. I am correct. It is 1-1. Umpire just confirmed. Evans at second. And here's the 1-1 from Carter. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Evans at second. 3 runs have scored. Logan, Colton, and Mikey have all scored. 2 of them stealing home. 1 of them on the hit. There's a pop fly into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Center fielder misplays it, but that scores a run. It would have scored a run anyway. And that's a single for Walter. All right, so that brings Jagger to the plate with Walter at first base. Still 2 outs. Chuck's on his back. And here's the first pitch to Jagger. There goes the runner. Ball's in the dirt. That's a ball 1, and the runner's safe. All right. Oops. There's a base hit into right field. Runner's out at first base, and that's going to be 3 outs. All right, so they got 4 runs. Let's see, this is going to be 9-3, so that's 3 outs. Sorry about that. I'm just writing on my scorebook. 1, 2, 3 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left on base. And at the end of half inning, it's the Wahoos 4, the Wave coming to bat. Coming up in the bottom of the inning is going to be Jackson, Reese, and Braden. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. Okay. So throw went down, and we should be getting things underway here momentarily. All right, so pitching for the Wahoos is going to be Smalls. Like I said, and Evan is behind the plate. All right, so we're going to get some underway. Like mentioned earlier, the Wahoos put up 4 in the top of the first inning.
Jackson Kelly.
All right, so Jackson comes up. All right, and here we go. Here's the first pitch from Smalls. Ball high. And it's a 1-0 count. Called strike, and it's a 1-1 count now. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here is the 1-1. Ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning. Tampa Wave is up. They are the home team. They trail 4-0. And here's the pitch. Pop foul. And that will be a 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Smalls gets his sign, sets, and delivers. Ball 3. So 3-2 is the count on the batter. This is the first batter in the bottom of the first inning for the Tampa Wave. They do trail right now 4-0. And the payoff pitch is a ball outside, and there is a walk. So Jackson's on to lead things off here in the bottom of the first for the Tampa Wave. Reese is coming into the batter's box with the runner on first. A little Christmas tunes there for you. And Small steps off the rubber. Checks the runner. He's back to first base. And here is the first pitch to Reese. Called strike. So no balls, 1 strike. No balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, 1 on. All right. So here we go. No balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, 1 on, bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. And it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Jackson took off on that one. I believe it was a hit and run that was on, but Reese fouled it off. So Jackson has to go back to first. It's a no 2 count now to Reese. And that was close at first base. He almost didn't get back in time. Jackson, that is. But he is safely back in there. And there goes the runner. His ball up, and he is safe. So 1-2 count to Reese. Jackson's at second. Nobody out. Bottom of the first. And the pitch. There's a ground ball to short. That's misplayed by the shortstop, and everybody's safe. So we will grant an infield single to Reese on that one. That was a tough one to get over because the shortstop was actually nearly covering second base. So for him to actually make that play would have been impossible, and Reese would have been safe at first anyway. So we will give him an infield single, and that brings Braden to the plate. Nobody out. Runners on first and third for the Wave. And the pitch. There goes the runner. That's in the dirt. And here comes Jackson, and he's safe. on the pass ball. And that allows Reese on the 2 throws to go to third base. So it is a 4-1 game. And brings Braden to the plate. He's waiting his first pitch. And the pitch. The ball up. And it's a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes to Braden. Runner at third. The Wave has put 1 run across this inning so far with nobody out. It's a 4-1 ball game. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Smalls gets the sign, comes set, and delivers. Ball off the plate, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, 1 in, 1 on. And the pitch. And it's ball 3. Okay, he held up 2 fingers and 1 finger, which indicated 2 balls, 1 strike, but apparently that was a walk. All right. I think just a miscount by the umpire, but clearly it's a walk because he's down at first base. All right, so runners at first and third. Nobody out. Evan steps in. Tyler is on deck. And the Wave are threatening more runs here in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. Ball inside. There's a throw down, and the runners stay where they are. So Braden's still second. It's a 1-0 count to Evan. And Evan, there's an Evan behind the plate and an Evan at the plate. There's strike 1, so it's a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runners on, nobody out. 1 run across so far this inning for the Tampa Wave. We are in the bottom of the first, and it's a 4-1 ball game. And the pitch. There's a ground ball to short. Shortstop snags it, cross the diamond, and that's 1 out. Nice play by the shortstop. And that does score a run. So 2 runs in for the Tampa Wave. And it brings Tyler to the plate with 1 out and a runner at third. And the pitch. It's a foul ball. And it's an 0-1 count to Tyler. We got Braden down at third base. Reese and Jackson have both scored. And the pitch from Smalls. Called strike, and strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on, 2 runs across. The Wave have cut into the lead of the Wahoos. And the pitch. Ball outside. That gets away from Evan, and Braden holds at third. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. pitch. Foul ball. And we'll do 1-2 over again. Evan was adjusting his shin guards. And we're all set and ready to get back into the game. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is 2 outs. So after a couple walks, a hit, and a couple runs, Smalls has settled down and got 2 quick outs. That brings Jake to the plate and Henry on deck. And here is the first pitch. Ball just a little bit up. And that's going to be a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, 1 runner on. And the pitch. Called strike, and it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Ball 2. So 2-0, or 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at third. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Foul ball. So we'll do 2-2 again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 on, 2 runs across. And the pitch. Foul ball. And Jake is hanging tough with a 2-2 count. There's a ball, and that's going to make it a full count. So Jake has worked it to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the payoff pitch. Called strike 3, and that is 3 outs. So 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. And at the end of 1 inning, it is the the Wahoos 4, the Wave 2. Come to bat in the bottom of the inning, in the top of the second is going to be Mason, followed by Tristan, and then Jonah. That's your bottom 3, and then we'll go back to the top of the lineup. This is Doc from the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. All right, so we're about ready to get this one inning underway, inning number 2. Again, the Wahoos lead at 4-2, and they are the visiting team. So you can see on the scoreboard there, they would be the away team in this case. All right. So Mason stepping in the batter's box. Carter's still on the mound. And Willany is still behind the plate. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. Fights that one off, and we'll do 0-2 again. So no balls, 2 strikes to Mason. And the pitch. It's a line shot into right field. Right footer tries to dive for it. Gets past him. Mason is headed to second, and he will be out. So we'll give Mason a single, but we'll do 9-6 is the out as he got caught on second base, or going to second base. So 1 down. Nice try by the right fielder on that dive to snag that one. And the pitch. Foul ball, and it's an 0-1 count, so no balls, 1 strike. Tristan steps in the box. We got Jonah on deck. There's 1 down. So 1 ball, 1 strike. To Tristan. And here's the 1-1. Pop foul out of play, and it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Nobody on. We are in the top of the second inning. And a 4-2 ball game between the Wave and the Wahoos. And the pitch. It's a line shot into left field. Left footer just off of his glove. He had a long run. And we'll give a single to Tristan. So Tristan's on with a 1-out single. And the ball is kind of overthrown and gets away. That allows Tristan to go to second base. All right, that brings Jonah into the batter's box. With the top of the order, Logan, who singled his last time up and scored, is waiting in on deck. There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. And it's an 0-1 count to Jonah. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Top of the second inning. Wahoos in the Wave. And there's a throw, or the pitch, it's a ball, as he showed bunts, a 1-1 count, and Tristan steals third base. So runner on third, 1 out. And here is the 1-1. There's a bunt back to the pitcher. That scores a run. The throw past the catcher, and Jonah is going to stay where he is. Nice bunt by Jonah. So we'll give him a bunt single. And that scores Tristan. So 1 run in for the Wahoos here in the top of the second. Jonah's at first. Logan's at the plate. Colton's in the batter's box. Like I said, Logan scored and singled his first time up. And runner holds a called strike, and it's an 0-1 count. So Jonah, like I said, is down at first base. And the pitch, whoa. I went whoa because he went for that, tried to bunt that pitch out of the strike zone, and it ends up being an 0-2 count now on Logan. So no balls, 2 strikes. Jonah's at first. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in. And ball high, and it's a 1-2 count. And the pitch. Ooh. That did hit him. And Logan's on. And that moves Jonah to second. So runners on first and second. One out. And Colton steps in. He singled, drove in an RBI, and scored his first time up. He scored on an error by the catcher. And Smalls is on deck. And here is the first pitch to Colton. Called strike. So no balls, 1 strike. Jonah's at second. Logan's at first. And the pitch. There's a pop fly just out of the reach of the catcher and out of play. So it's going to make it 0-2 to Colton. So no balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. 1 run in. 2 runners on base. It's a 5-2 lead for the Wahoos. And the pitch. There's a ground ball to short. Shortstop snags it, throws to second, gets the runner at second, and that's 2 outs. All right, so that moves Jonah to third, and Colton is on first base with the fielder's choice. So runners at first and third, 2 outs. Nope. Carter checks the runner and he's back. There's a pop fly out in the right field. Right fielder's on it. Makes the catch. What a diving catch by the right fielder. Wow, what a catch. And that's 3 outs. So wow, what a catch by the right fielder. He dove out and caught that, and the ball was moving away from him and trying to get a number. It's number 5. That was Reese. What a catch by Reese out there in right field. All right. All right, so in that inning, the Wahoos got 1 on 3 hits. There was no errors that inning. and 1 left on base. I'm sorry, 2 left on base. And at the end of 1.5, it's 5-2. All right, so coming up here in the bottom half of the second inning is going to be Henry, followed by Carter, and then followed by Wilney. Again, thanks for joining us here at Northwest Park for the broadcast of the Tampa Wave versus the St. Pete Wahoos 10U Open pool play game in the Holiday Home Run 2 tournament. Brought to you by Visit stpclearwater.com, Tampa Bay USSSA, and, of course, Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. Also like to just throw a quick shout, thank you to all the site directors and the work that they're doing, as well as the tournament director, Tim Labus, for his efforts to ensure this tournament goes off with a hitch for all these teams and players. Also, all the social media crew also bringing you snippets of games through Facebook, in addition to Twitter. All right, so throw goes down, and we will get the bottom of the second underway. All right, so Henry's stepping in. Here in the bottom of the second.
Number 25, Henry Giorgino.
All right, here we go. Here's the first pitch. There's a line drive just over the second baseman's head. That's in for a single. And Henry leads it off for the Wave here in the bottom part of the second inning.
Now batting, number 18, Carter.
We've got a new pitcher on the mound for the Wahoos, and that is Mikey. And Evan is still behind the plate. It's a throw over. Gets away from first baseman, but it didn't go very far, so that held Henry on first base. Carter, who's pitching for the Wave, is at the plate now with the catcher Wilney on deck. And here is the pitch. Ground ball, foul. And that makes it an 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. 1 on. Bottom of the second inning. And the pitch. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Throw to second. Gets him at second and the first, and the runner is safe. So that makes it 1 down. With Carter on first and Wilney stepping into the batter's box. Got John on deck. So Carter hit into a fitter's choice. It is 1 down, so Henry got thrown out at second base. There's a called strike, and Carter steals second base. So an 0-1 count on Wilney. And, the pitcher checks the runner. He's back. Smalls is playing second. And the pitch. Ball up. And it's a 1-1 count. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. You got Eli at first. Logan at third. And I think that's Colton at short, I believe. Just I can see the numbers in the distance. The reason I know there's a ball, and that makes it a 2-1 count. And that allows the drop ball there allows Carter to steal third. And it's a 2-1 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. And it's a 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, it is number 3, Colton, down at shortstop. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. And it's a full count now. Nice stop by Evan to prevent the runner from scoring. Let's see, you got Jonah in right and Walter in center. It's a foul ball. I can see their numbers as soon as I'm telling you all this. Left field, I have no idea who that is. And the pitch. There's a pop fly on the infield. Second baseman Smalls under it. He makes the catch, and that's 2 down. So 2 outs. Carter stays at third.
Jonathan Holder.
All right, and here's the first pitch to John. The ball up, and it's a 1-0 count. So Cooper's on deck. Swing and a miss, and strike 1. So 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, 1 on. Bottom of the second. And that is a ball. So 2-1. And here's the 2-1. Foul ball out of play, and we will have 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 1 on. There's a ball, and that makes the count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Called strike 3, and that is 3 outs. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base, and at the end of 2, it's the Wahoos 5, the Wave 2. Coming about here in the top half of the 3rd inning for the Wahoos is going to be Eli, followed by Mikey, and then Evan. First time up, Eli flew out to left field. Mikey walked and scored, and Evan walked and scored. All right, so we got a new pitcher in the game, number 6 for the Wave, and that is Jackson. All right. So warm-ups are underway here. All right, so here we go. Eli steps in the batter's box. And the first pitch delivered by Jackson is a ball inside. So 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Foul ball out of play. And that makes it a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of 3rd inning. Wahoos in the lead, 5-2. And the pitch. It's a ground ball in the hole. That's going to get into left field. And Eli is on with a single to lead things off here in the top of the 3rd. Mikey's coming up. Mikey's scored and walked his last time up. And here's the pitch, and it's a ball outside, and it's a 1-0 count to Mikey. Mikey's the current pitcher for the Wahoos. So 1 ball, no strikes. And there goes Eli. Sorry, I couldn't even talk. And it's called strike on Mikey. So it's a 1-1 count to Mikey, and Eli steals second base. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. That gets away from Wilney, and Eli goes to 3rd on the pass ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner on 3rd now for the Wahoos. And here is the 2-1 delivery. Called strike. And it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner at 3rd. And the pitch. It's a ground ball. That's going to get through into left field, and that's going to score a run. And it is a 6-2 lead for the Wahoos. So 2 back-to-back hits by Eli and Mikey have resulted in another run for the Wahoos. We are here in Field 1 at Northwest Park at the Holiday Home Run 2 tournament. Thank you for joining us here. And here's the first pitch. Jackson checks Mikey at first. Evans in the batter's box. Walter is on deck. Last time up, Evan walked and scored. Walter singled in an RBI. And here's the pitch. There goes Mikey. It's a ball, and Mikey's safe at 2nd. All right, so Mikey's at 2nd. 1 ball, no strikes on Evan, and nobody's out. Wahoos have put 1 across this inning. And the pitch. There's the ball in the dirt. Mikey steals 3rd base rather. So it's a 2-0 count to Evan. Coach is going out to talk to his pitcher. Try to settle him down. I don't know if you can hear the little one in the background. We got a little one in the booth with us here. Pretty much the stands is all around us here. There's a ball in the dirt, and Mikey holds it third. So it's a 3-0 count. 3 balls, no strikes to Evan, with Walter waiting on deck. And the pitch. It's a line shot out to right field, and that's going to get down. Nice try by Reese, but that's going to score a run, and it is a 7-2 ball game. So Evan hits a 3-0 single, so 3 singles in a row, scoring 2 runs. So we're going to do a catching change next inning. So that's why Evan is staying at first base to run for himself versus a pinch runner. All right, so here's the... There goes Evan. There's a ground ball up the middle. Pitcher snags it. Nice snag by the pitcher, and that is 1 away. So 1 down, 1 on, 2 in. Jagger's at the plate. Jagger got thrown out by the pitcher. There goes Evan to third, and he is safe. So he steals third base. So Jagger, we'll call it grounded out to shallow right field, or deep second base, we'll call it. And Mason's on deck. And the pitch. Ball up. And it is a 1-0 count to Jagger. So 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, 1 on, 2 runs in. Mason, who's on deck, he's the one that hit the single, tried to stretch it into a double and got thrown out at second base his last time out. There's a foul ball right back at us, and it is a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Jagger. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. And that makes it a 2-1 count. And the pitch. Ball 3. So 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. And here's the 3-1. There's a ground ball foul. And it will now be a full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. 2 in. The Wahoos are ahead 7-2 here in the top of the 3rd inning. And here's the pitch. That is ball 4. And now we have runners on 1st and 3rd for the Wahoos. And it looks like a pitching change is coming. So with that, we'll break away and let you know who the new pitcher will be. Actually, we'll tell you here in just a second. That new pitcher is going to be number 23. I believe that is Evan, if I'm not mistaken. It is. So Evan is the new pitcher for the Wave. So Wilney will stay behind the plate. And with that, we'll take a little break here at the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. All right, so there's the first pitch from Evan, and that allows Jagger to go to second on the stolen base, and some runners on second and third. Ball 1 to Mason from the first pitch from Evan. And here is the pitch. It's ball in the dirt, and runners will hold. Actually, there's a throw down to third. That hits Evan, but he's okay. So it's a 2-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt, and it's 3-0. All right, 3 balls, no strikes. Runners in second and third. And the pitch. Called strike, and it's a 3-1 count. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And that is ball 4 to Mason. Oops. So the Wahoos have bases loaded now with Tristan stepping in. Tristan singled and scored his last time up. And here's the pitch. That's a ball up. That bounces back out to the pitcher. They're having trouble getting to it, but everyone holds up where they are. So 1 ball, no strikes. And now the coach is going out to talk to his pitcher. All right, so bases loaded. The conference at the mound is over. There are 1 out. 2 runs are already scored. Wahoos are threatening again. Evan gets a sign, comes set, and delivers. Ball off the plate, and it's 2-0. So 2-0 count to Tristan. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Pop fly right here on the infield. Catches under it and could not quite get to it. Nice try by the catcher. Now it makes it a 2-1 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And 3-1. Ball 4. And that scores another run. Everybody moves up. And bases remain loaded with 1 out. Stepping in is Jonah, who singled and got an RBI his last time up. And on deck is Logan. And the pitch. Foul ball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. It's a fly ball in the infield. Third baseman's got it, and that's 2 outs. So 2 down. Logan steps in. Logan has singled, scored, and walked. Hit by pitch, actually, his last time up. And on deck is Colton, who singled in an RBI, scored, and hit into a fielder's choice. And here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to short. Shortstop had trouble with it, and everyone's safe. So that's going to score another run. We'll call an error on the shortstop. And bases remain loaded. There's a ball outside to Colton with Smalls on deck. Smalls has struck out and flew out to right field, a diving catch by the right fielder. So, I'm not sure if he swung on that one, and my head was turned, so I think it's a 2-0 count. So 3 balls, no strikes. It's a 9-2 lead by the Wahoos. There's 2 outs. Bases are loaded. You got Mason at third, Tristan at second, and Logan at first. And here's the pitch. So deep fly ball in the left field. That's caught by the left fielder, and that is 3 outs. However, the Wahoos pick up 4 runs. On 3 hits, leave 3 on base, and was a recipient of an error. And at the end of 2.5, it is 9-2. All right, coming up in the bottom of the third is going to be Cooper, and then back to the top of the lineup with Jackson and Reese. So Jackson walked and scored his first time up. Reese singled and scored his first time up. Reese is the one that made that diving catch out in right field on Smalls' last at bat. All right, Mikey is still in there. We'll see who the new catcher is momentarily. At least there's supposed to be a new catcher according to what the coaches were saying. And we'll give it a minute to see who it is. Here comes the catcher. And the new catcher is, I think it's Logan. The way the number is, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's Logan. So we'll call it Logan for now. The only other number it could be is 12, but it's not shaped like a 12.
Number 16.
But it could be Tristan. The catcher's gear is covering it. So, again, I'm not 100%, but I think I'll go with Logan. I think it's Logan. All right, so here we go. And ball 1 to Cooper. So no balls, 1 strike. Or, sorry, 1 ball, no strikes to Cooper. There's a swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike two, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Wahoos lead this one 9-2. There's a line shot down to first base. That's a fair ball. And Cooper is on with a single. Nice try by the first baseman.
Now batting, number 6, Jackson Kelly.
So the parents are calling out Jonah. So Jonah was a nice try for him by him on the diving catch. Now that brings up Jackson, who walked and scored his first time up. And Reese is on deck. And, oh, there goes the runner, and he is out. So Cooper's caught stealing. And there's one down. So Jackson's at the plate. And here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to third. Third baseman grabs it, throws over, and that is 2 down.
Now batting, number 5, Luis Menendez.
So 2 outs. Reese steps in. He singled and scored. Braden's on deck. He walked his last time up. And the pitch. Called strike. And it's a 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the third inning. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. And ball up. Nice stop by Logan. And it's a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Reese. And the 1-2. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher. And that is 3 outs. So 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. And at the end of 3, Wahoos 9, the Wave 2. Coming up in the top of the 4th is Smalls, who struck out his first time up, flew out to right field his second time up, and followed by Eli. Eli has flown out to left field and singled and scored a run. And then Mikey, who's walked, singled, and scored twice. So, if, in this case, the Wahoos were to put up at least 1 run, and if the Wave do not score any more runs, that would effectively end the game as the 8-run rule in the 4th inning. As it stands right now, it's a 9-2 ball game. All right, we're just waiting on the warm-ups to get finished here. So we'll be going down, throwing down second base on the second pitch. And there's the throw down to second. And we're about to get this underway. All right, so here we go. Smalls, swing and a miss, strike one. So no balls, one strike. On Smalls. And here comes the 0-1. It's a line shot into right field. Reese fields it, misplays it a little bit, and cannot throw it over to first base, so the throw comes back into the pitcher. So single for Smalls to lead things off here in the top of the fourth inning. Again, the Wahoos lead at 9-2. They are the away team. Smalls is at first base after leading the inning off with a single. Eli steps in. And there goes Smalls. Pop fly. And that drops in. So Smalls will be safe at second base. So we'll give a single. Well, it's actually really good placement by the fly ball because the second baseman pulled to cover second base on the steal, which Smalls took off to steal, and the pop fly was just too far out of the reach of the second baseman, so we're going to give a single to Eli on that one. So Mikey steps in. Again, Mikey walked, singled, and scored twice. And here's the pitch. Ball in the inside corner, and it's a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. 2 on, nobody out, top of 4. And the pitch. It's a ground ball to short. Shortstop misplayed it, and that's going to score another run as the throw comes home. And it is a 10-2 ball game. So Eli's at second. We will charge an error to the shortstop on that one. So there's no outs. Runners at first and second. 1 run in. It's a fly, pop fly. And that is foul. So it's an 0-1 count to Evan. Walter's on deck. So Evan has singled, walked, and scored twice. Walter has singled in an RBI and grounded out to the pitcher. And here is the 0-1 pitch. Ball up, and it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Wahoos lead at 10-2. Nobody out. Top of the 4th. 1 run in. And the pitch. Ball 2. Oops. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Mikey's at first. Eli's at second. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt. That gets away from the catcher, and both runners will move up. And it's a 3-1 count. So a 3-1 count to Evan. And the pitch. Ball high, and that is ball 4, so the bases are now loaded. So Walter steps in. Bases loaded, nobody out. 1 run is across this inning so far. And the pitch. There's a ground ball to third. Third baseman gets it, throws it home. That's 1 out. Nice play by the third baseman. So that moves everybody up. Base is still loaded. Oops. 1 out. That brings in Jagger. Jagger grounded out to right field and walked and scored a run. And the first pitch to Jagger. Pop fly on the infield. Shortstop's under it, makes the catch. And infield fly roll, so the batter's out. And that is 2 down. So 2 outs. Base is still loaded. Mason steps in. Mason has singled and walked. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike to Mason. And here comes the 0-1. There's a ground ball back at the middle. That's... And everybody's safe. We'll give an infield single to Mason. And everybody is safe. So that's another run. It's 11-2. Still 2 outs. That brings Tristan to the plate. It's a ball in the dirt. And it's a 1-0 count. And the pitch. Called strike. And it is a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And the pitch. Ball up. And it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Tristan. Got Mason at first, Walter at second, Evan at third. 2 outs. Smalls and Mikey have both scored to give the Wahoos an 11-2 lead. And the pitch. Ball 3. So a 3-1 count now to Tristan. And the pitch. That's ball 4 and another run. So Jonah steps in with 2 outs. Tristan at first, Mason at second, Walter at third. 3 runs across. It's a 12-2 game. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And here's the 0-1. That's a ball in the dirt, and here comes Walter, and he is safe. It's a 1-1 count to Jonah. Makes it 13-2. And the runners all move up. So runners at second and third. 1-1 count on Jonah. Logan's on deck. Logan is the catcher. He does have the catcher's shin guards on. So there was a... So Logan, who's on deck, has... well, let's talk about Jonah. So Jonah singled, drove in an RBI, flew out to third base. Logan, who's on deck, has singled, scored, walked, and got an RBI. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I missed one in there. My apologies, folks. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4 runs in this inning on 3 hits thus far. And it's now a full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes on Jonah. here is the pitch. Foul ball. And we'll do 3-2 again. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 13-2 lead by the Wahoos. In order to extend the game, the Wave would have to score at least 4 runs as it stands right now. There's called strike 3, and that is 3 outs. All right. So 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. And it's a 13-2 ball game. If sounds like time limit has been reached. So based on what the umpire just said, this is it. So regardless, this will be the end of the ball game after the 3 outs. So with that, this is Doc from the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll take a quick break for station identification. All right, so Mikey's still on the mound. And we have Braden in the batter's box. He walked his first time up. There's a ball in the dirt, and it's a 1-0 count now. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. And it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Ball 3. And it's a 3-0 count. So it's 13-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the pitch. There's a foul ball, and it's a 3-1 count. So 3 balls, 1 strike on Braden. Evan's on deck. Evan, his first time up, he grounded out to shortstop. And on deck, and he's on deck. And there's ball 4. So Mikey walks. Braden. Evan steps in. Again, he's grounded out to short his last time up, and Tyler struck out his first time up, and he's on deck. Called strike to Evan, and it's an 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. Strike 2, and it's an 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 0-2. It's a ground ball to third. Third baseman throws over to second, gets the runner at first, and not in time. Oops. So 1 down. Tyler steps in. Like I said, he struck out his first time up, and Jake's on deck, who struck out looking his first time up. There's a line drive into center field. Center fielder's got it, and that's 2 down. So Jake steps in. And his first pitch, foul ball. And it's a 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. There's a fly ball, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Evan is going for third, and he is safe. And that allows Jake to move to second base. So runners on second and third, 2 outs. Call strike on the outside corner, so it's an 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike to Henry. Carter's on deck. Henry singled his last time up. I'm sorry, hit into a fielder. No, singled his last time up. Strike 2, and Carter reached on the fielder's choice. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. There's a foul ball. Henry trying to stay alive there. He's protecting the plate. And the pitch. Foul ball. And we'll do 0-2 again. And the pitch. That's a ball in the dirt. And it's a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. It's a ground ball here at the plate. Mikey gets it, holds it, and everybody, got runners caught here. And runners out at second. And that's the ball game, folks. So no runs on 1 hit, and no errors, and 2 left, and that is the ball game. So I want to thank you all for joining us here. Hey, thank you, sir, for this battle between the Wave and the Wahoos. Join us again for another broadcast here shortly with the 12U AAA on Field 2. This is Doc signing off the Tampa U AAA Sports Network.